Hello everyone, welcome back to the day 16 of Advent of Cyber 2024. Continuing our series of the Advent of Cyber, we have reached the day 16, which is about Azure. So what is it? What is Azure? What are we going to be doing in today's video? We will get to know in a moment. So let's dive in. So going to the story of today, day 16. Day 16, the werewolf's key vault grew 3 size that day. What does that mean? Another day, another challenge, and unfortunately for Mixed Kitty, another intrusion in their Azure tenant. Before joining Mixed Kitty in her investigation, there's some catching up to do, and this is a story best told in rhyme. Hopefully, I'll be good at reading this poem with all the rhymes as it should be read. So let's try. As Stockmas approached, so did the need to provide those without with something to read. Therefore were tried, they made it their mission. A gift for all West, a Stockmas tradition. Mixkitty logged on and felt some confusion. An alert saying here, a detected intrusion. Inspection began as to what was at fault. It seems access was gained to Mixkitty's key vault. She checked and she checked as she had to be sure, but it hadn't been long since adopting Azure. Troubleshooting ensured idea had been tabled, which would have begun great if logs were enabled. With 3 hours left and no record kept, Nick's Kitty then knew what she needed to do. It's true that on her this town does depend, but to find out what's wrong, she need a friend. So clearing her throat and preparing her pitch, she picked up her phone and called up the glitch. Oh wow, nice. The poem was good. So something has happened. Someone has accessed her keyboard. Someone has tried to intrude it into her system. Okay. It was late, too late. Mixed kitty eyelids fled as though they had dumbbells attached to them. The sun had long since waved goodbye to Werewolf, and the crimson night air was creeping in through the windows of Mixed Kitty's office. If only there was a substance which would both warm and keep her up once Mixed Kitty's brain cells had started functioning again and remembered that coffee existed. Checking her watch, she was saddened to learn it was too late to get her coffee from her favorite werewolf coffee house. Splunking donuts, the vending machine downstairs would have to do. Sipping her coffee, Mix Kitty immediately lit up and charged back into the office, ready to crack the case. However, as she entered, the glitch had an idea of his own. He had got it, and he figured out an attack vector that the user had likely taken. Mixkiri took a seat next to the glitch and he began walking it through. Okay, so today's learning objective is to learn about Azure, what it is and why it is used. Learn about Azure's service like Azure Key Vault, Microsoft Entra ID. Learn how to interact with Azure tenant using Azure Cloud Shell. In fact, Azure is little new to me. I don't use Azure or ever have used it. So this is me first time learning about Azure and working with it. So yeah, before we do anything, let's continue reading this about Azure. Just a minute. Let me take a sip of water. Mhm. It's important to stay hydrated. Okay. Intro to Azure. Before diving into the glitches idea of attacker's path, let's introduce some of the key concepts that we'll cover in the process. We are going to start by introducing Azure. To do that, let's consider Mixkitty in using Azure in the first place. It all started when Mixkitty's role as a cybersecurity expert of Werewolf really started to take off. Before she knew it, Mixkitty was in a very high demand and needed to create all kinds of resources to help her organize her duties. These included a web application to handle appointments, making multiple machines running for investigations and more machines running for evidence storing and analysis. Mixkitty hosted and managed all these machines herself, that is on-prem or on-premises. This usually wasn't a massive issue because after all she wasn't a corporation but just helping the citizens of Werewolves with cybersecurity matters. However, as time went on, Mix Kitty ran into issues during peak times when she would receive many requests for help and therefore needed to process more evidence. All of this increased demand meant Mix Kitty had to scale up her resources to handle the load. To put a long story short, this was a lot of hassle for Mix Kitty. She wished there was a way for someone to handle her infrastructure on her behalf, especially when scaling her resources up during peak times and down when resumed. That's when Azure came to rescue. Azure is, just to give you all a brief, it's nothing but a cloud provider, just like how we have Google's, um, I'm forgetting the name, Google Cloud and AWS and all those things. Azure is one of them from Microsoft. Um, yeah, they've given it here. Azure is a cloud service provider, and CPS other includes Google Cloud and AWS. So provide computing resources such as computing power on demand in a highly scalable function. In other words, Mixkitty could instead have Azure manage her underlying infrastructure, scaling it in times of increased demand and decreasing it once traffic resumed to normal levels. The best bet. Mixed Kitty only has to pay for the uh, pays for what she uses. Gone were the days of buying physical infrastructure to handle increased loads, only for the infrastructure to go unused the majority of the time. Yeah, so they've given that description about it's nothing but a cloud service provider where you can spin up instances of virtual machines or do some other managements like Key Vault and all those things. I just know a brief of them, but I've never used them. So that's the reason this video might go a little boring because what I'm doing is to just read whatever is here. So, I mean, if you're feeling it boring and if you don't like me reading through it, you can skip to the video. Let me just continue reading. Azure and cloud adoption in general boasts many of the benefits beyond cost optimization. Azure also gave Mixkitty access to a lot of cloud services ranging from identity management to data ingestion. Quite frankly, there are more services that can be abbreviated in a sentence as the time of writing. There are over 200. Okay, these services can be used to build, deploy, and manage Mixkitty's current infrastructure as well as give her the option to upgrade or build a new application in the future, giving the range of service available. A couple of Azure services will come up during the glitches attack path. Let's take a look at them now. Azure Key Vault. Azure's Key Vault is an Azure service that allows users to securely store and access secrets. These secrets can be anything from API keys, certificates, passwords, cryptographic keys, and more. Essentially, anything you want to keep safe, away from the eyes of others, and easily configure and restrict access to is what you want to store in Azure Key Vault. The secrets are stored in the vault, which are created by vault owners. Vault owners have full access and control over the vault, including the ability to enable auditing. So, a record is kept of who accessed what secret and granted permission for other users to access the vault, or known as vault consumer. Mixkitty uses this service to store secret related to evidence and has been entrusted to store some of Werewolf's town secrets here. Okay. So Key Vault is a secure place for keeping all the secure information like the API keys, certificates, passwords, and all those things. So understood. Yeah. So they can have restrictions and privileges, permissions given to different users to what they want to access and how they want to access and all those things. Okay, got an idea. Microsoft Entra ID. Mixkitty also needed a way to grant users access to her system and be able to secure and organize their access easily. So a wearable town member could easily access or update their secret. Microsoft Entra ID, formerly known as Azure Active Directory, is Azure's solution. Entra ID is an identity and access management IMA service. In short, it has the information needed to access whether user application can access X resource. In this case, the Werewolf star members, they made an Entra ID account. Mixkitty assigned the appropriate permissions to this account. With that covered, let's see what glitch has come up. Okay, it's something where they can have their ID and informations kept up there so that they can easily be accessed like an Active Directory scenario. Fine, okay. So, assumed breach scenario. Knowing, let's scroll up. Knowing what a potential breach had happened, makes Kitty decided to conduct an assumed breach testing with her Azure tenant. The assumed breach scenario is a type of penetration testing setup in which an initial access of foothold is provided, mimicking the scenario in which an attacker had already established its access inside the internal network. In this setup, the mindset is to access how far an attacker can go once they got inside your network, including all possible attack paths, and could branch out from the defined starting point of intrusion. Yeah, so it's nothing but a penetration type thing that we're going to be doing now. So connecting to the environment, so we have a direct link available. So let's click on that. Uh, okay, join lab. I hope that is going to give us some link or something. I should have read down. Okay, joined expires in about an hour. Credentials are these things. Are these supposed to be shown? I mean, anyway, it doesn't matter. Let me just close the there because I don't know what else to do. So let me read through it and then go. So I did that join lab. You may view the credentials, okay. And then to use the credentials, click on open lab button in the environment tab. This will open up ASUS portal login page. So kindly use the recently granted credentials, okay. That's fine. So after logging in, let's scroll up. After logging in, you will encounter a multi-factor authentication configuration prompt. Kindly click ask later button to proceed. Okay. So what is here? Lastly, click the cancel button when prompted with the welcome to Microsoft Azure banner. Okay. The Azure portal may default to your local language, so you may follow these steps if you prefer to switch to English. So click on the settings on the top panel, then click on the right hand side for the language and region. Click the language to English, or you prefer choice using the drop down menu. Click on apply button below. Okay, so let's replicate those actions now. So click cloud details, then open lab. That has opened in a new tab. Let's come to this page, TryHackMe's page, credentials, lab ID, sign in. Okay, I need to put the email ID then, username. Then paste it in here, click on next. Enter the password. Let's copy the password and paste it in here, sign in. Well, this is microsoftonline.com. This is the real Microsoft application. How are they doing this? Like, create so many multiple user accounts for them? Okay, I don't know. Stay signed in. Yes, please do it. Anyway, I don't have cookies stored in my web browser. They just get automatically deleted if I close the window. So that does not matter to me. Just in case I close the tab, I want it to be open. So then we are supposed to do nothing here, but come back to click on cancel here. Then it looks good. It looks like it's in English itself, but still, let's go to the settings and see what and all we have. We have language and appearance. I want that. I want it to be dark. Dark. Come on. Okay, apply. Yeah. Now we really have the feeling of an hacker here. So yeah, English is set, so nothing to look at it there. Okay, now that we have got a dark theme, let's continue. At least some benefit of going to the settings page. Is there a way how I can get TryHackMe's page into dark theme? I've seen people do it or have it, but I don't know how do I change it. TryHackMe, please guide me with making or having a dark theme. Azure Cloud Shell. Azure Cloud Shell is a browser-based command line interface that provides developers and IT professionals a convenient and a powerful way to manage Azure resources. It integrates both Bash and PowerShell environment, allowing users to execute script, manage Azure service, and running commands directly from their web browser without needing local installation. Cloud Shell has built-in tools and pre-configured environments, including Azure Command Line and Azure PowerShell and popular development tools, making it an effective solution for cloud management and automation tasks. Okay, Cloud Shell, the command line interface. We also have it in Google. I have used it, and I also use it continuously in Google Cloud, where you can use the command line interface. It's something similar to this. So Azure Command Line Interface or Azure Command Line is a command line tool for managing and configuring Azure resources. The glitch relied heavily on this tool while reviewing Weavel's tenant. So let's use the same on while walking through Azure attack path. As mentioned above, Azure Command Line is a part of built-in tools inside the Cloud Shell. So go back to Azure portal and launch Azure Cloud Shell by clicking on the terminal icon below. Okay, so we have this one here. So let's click that and make it full screen. Yes. Okay, let's put this side by side view and bring this tab out. Put this to the side. What should we select here? Is it PowerShell or Bash? Select Bash since we'll be executing Azure command lines. Okay, Bash. To get started, select no storage account required. Yes, and choose AZ sub admin of cyber. Okay, that's the only one which is there. And then for the subscription, click on apply. I guess that's what we should do. And we are in the terminal, so that will give us this command line access. Okay, at this point we are ready to execute Azure commands in the Azure command shell. Note that following commands are to be executed in the Azure Cloud Shell. What is AZ? Let's try that. So AZ AD sign hyphen n user show. So I guess it's going to show the users who are signed into the cloud instance. AZ, yeah, we got the information. Note, you don't need to authenticate using AZ login as you have already been authenticated in the Azure portal. You can confirm the credentials worked if the succeeding output renders the authenticated user's details. Yeah, we got some details about us. So that's our entity something, I don't know, business phone, business name, and all those things. Okay. Fine. Going down the Azure rabbit hole. When the glitch got hold of an initial account in Weavel's Azure tenant, he had no idea what was inside it. So he decided to enumerate first the existing users and groups within the tenant. So Entra ID enumeration. Using the current account, let's start by listing all the users in the tenant. Note this command might take a while depending on the amount of users account available. So feel free to skip it. No, let's do it. So AD user list. We got a lot of users. Nice. Okay. So break class, OZ, okay. Then we have some user, we have other user. So many users, okay. Are these other users currently who have logged in right now for the same Active Directory? I don't know. Wayland and then okay, there are so many accounts. Fine. The Azure command line interface typically uses the following command syntax: AZ, then group, subgroup, action, optional parameters. Given this, the command above can break down into the target group or service was AD, Azure AD or Entra ID. Target subgroup was the users, and then action was to list. Yeah. To see the available commands, you may execute AZ hyphen help or az group hyphen h. So let's do that. Az, what happened? I'm not able to see the bottom of the screen. So is there clear command? Oh, that was there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I need to go up, scroll down. Let's press enter. Okay. So az hyphen h and then press enter. I guess this will give us a help option, the help menu. Yeah. So these are all the things that we can do. Okay, account, AD, and all those things. Yeah, they have given a description also about it. After executing the command, you might have been overwhelmed with the number of account listed. For a better view, let's follow Mixkitty's suggestion to only look for the account prepended with the WV user. According to her, these accounts are more interesting than the other ones. To do this, we will use the filter parameter and filter all the accounts that start with WV user. Okay, so let's do that. So bring my terminal to the top or like clear the window and then come down. Then say az ad user list hyphen filter. Then the command is start with, I guess it is case sensitive, so let's give it a capital W. And then the codes for a W V S W S W U W V U S R and then hyphen comma display name and then press enter. Invalid filter. Okay, an unknown function with starts with. Okay, I messed up S there. Yeah, so that command is executed here and we see the output. So WB user and then we see a lot of accounts with the same username. Let's go continue reading it. You may observe that an unusual parameter was set to specific account in the output. One of the users, WB user backup where has its password stored in one of the files. Is it? How do I know that? So okay, this is mixed kitty. I guess it's where will users, something like that. Maya malware, of course, we have our friend there. Then hardware, freeware, firmware, and backupware. Yeah. Okay. Then alphaware. So backware has the password. Job title is null. Office location recover secret. Yeah. I guess this is the password because nothing else is going to be having such name there. Okay. When Glitch saw this, he immediately thought it could be the first step taken by the intruder to gain further access inside the tenant. However, he decided to continue the initial reconnaissance of users and group. Now let's continue by listing the group. Okay, nothing to do with this. Let's go to the challenge and see if there's any password required. What is the password of the backup where that was leaked? Yeah, we got it. So let's copy that and then paste it in here. Let's click on submit. Oh yes, so we got the right password. Now what else is next? What is the group ID of the secret recovery group? Okay, first let's continue with reading for the group. So scrolling up, up. Okay, so next command is let's clear the window once again. Then a lot of enters to press. Okay, AZ AD group list. So this is going to list all the groups that is present in the system. So it says classification null, description group for recovering where secret, then a secret recovery group. Okay, that's the name of it. Then all those things there. Note, you may observe that we changed the previous command from AD user list to AD user list. group list. Okay, given the output, it can be seen that group named secret recovery group exists. This is kind of interesting group because of the description. So let's follow the white rabbit and list the members of the group. Okay, so we have a command for it, which is um, azad group member list hyphen group, and then the group name, which is secret recovery recovery group, and then press enter. So that's going to list the members for that. So we see backupware to be there. So backupware, and again the password of backupware is there. Okay, nice. Given the previous output, it looks like everything makes a little sense now. All the previous commands seems to point to the backupware account, since we have seen the potential set for the credential. Since we have seen the potential set of credentials, let's jump to another user by clearing the current Azure account session and logging in with the new account. So AZ account clear, and oh, let's also copy the password before that. We also need the what do I say, the user name, right? So let's open up Notepad here, paste the password, and copy the email ID. What is the email ID here? Or just the name will do the work? Email, right? So yeah, this is the email. So paste that in here, and then let's follow the commands. So AZ account clear. So log out successful, relog into initial cloud shell identity with AZ login identity, login with a new identity with AZ login. Okay, so AZ login hyphen u, and then the email ID. So that's what I had copied here. Let's put that in. Then, oh no, yeah, password is this one. We could have even given the option -p and then login, but I just pressed enter out of practice of pressing enter as soon as I put in the email ID. So that's what happened. Okay, replace the values with the actual email and password for the newly discovered account, which we did. So Azure role assessment. So since the backupware account belongs to an interesting group, the glitch's first hunch is to see whether sensitive or privileged roles are assigned to the group. And his thought was, it doesn't make sense to name it like this if you can't do anything, right, Mix Kitty? Before checking the assigned roles, let's have a quick run through of Azure role assessment. So Azure role assessment defines the resources that each user or a group can access when a new user is created through the Entra ID. It cannot access any resources by default due to lack of role. To grant access, an administrator must assign a role to let users view or manage specific resources. The privileged level configuration configured in role ranges from read-only to full control. Additionally, group members can inherit a role when assigned to a group. Okay, so it's nothing but different users have different access in the system from read to full control. Returning to Azure enumeration, let's look if a role is assigned to the secret recovery group. We will use the hyphen all option to list all the roles with the Azure subscription, and we will use the hyphen assign option with the group's ID rendered to only ones related to our target group. Okay, so let's run that command first. So a lot of enters to press, and then az role assignment list assign me, then replace with the secret recovery group ID. Okay, do I have it? No. Oh god, what should I do? Okay, so let's put this here. Let's copy from this and then do it. So let's kill that and let's say AZ80 group list. And we see here what we need for this. We need replace with the secret recovery group ID. So group ID is this big one. Okay, so let's copy that. Let's copy that, copy, and then paste it in here. And now use this command. So AZ role assignment list, and then hyphen assign, then replace it with the code. So let's copy that and paste it here and say hyphen all. Unrecognized argument all. Okay, that's two hyphens to be given. So that should give us the list. Okay, this is a lot. So we have what is this? I don't know how do I read the what do I say stuff in this. Okay, node you may retrieve group ID from the command executed. Yeah, the output seems slightly overwhelming, so let's break it down. First it can be seen that there are two entries in the output, which means two roles are assigned to the group. Is it? Yeah, there are two outputs. Yes. So, based on the role definition name field, okay, where is role definition name field? It's here. So, key vault reader, and this one says key vault secret users. Okay, both entries have same scope value pointing to a Microsoft Key Vault resources, specifically on the Werewolf Secret Vault. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is the one. So scope is the one. Here's the definition of the role based on the Microsoft documentation. Keyword reader, read metadata of key values and its certificate keys and secrets. So keyword secrets, read secret content only works for keyword that uses Azure role based access control permission model. This rule allows you to read metadata of key vaults and its certificates, keys, and secrets. Cannot read sensitive values such as secret contents or key materials. This special rule allows you to read contents of a key secret. Okay, I understood. I got an idea. After seeing both of these roles, Mixkid immediately realized everything. This configuration allowed the attacker to access the sensitive data they were protecting. Now that she knew this, she asked Glitch to confirm her assumption. Azure Key Vault. With Mixkitty's guidance, the glitch is now tasked to verify if the current account can access the sensitive data. So list the accessible key vaults by executing the command below. Okay, so what all key vaults do we have? Let's clear the window. The thing is, why I'm clearing is because it's too down and it becomes really difficult for us to, for you all to see when I put my image in the right hand corner there. Let's run the command az key vault list. Let me spell that right. VAULT and then list. Okay, so this will give us the list of vaults that is there. We see resource group as RGAOCAKV, and then name is Werewolf Secret. Okay. The output above confirms that the key vault discovered from the role assignment name Werewolf Secret. So now let's see if secrets are stored in this key vault. Okay, so let's see AZ key vault secret list hyphen hyphen vault. I always mess up the spelling with vault. The name Werewolf secrets. Okay. So that should give the secrets which are present in the Werewolf secret. That's what it says. Did you mean key vault? Yeah. I am bad at the word spelling. I don't know why. It's a natural instinct to type VALUTN instead of that. Okay. After executing the two previous commands, we confirm that the reader role allows us to view the key vault metadata, specifically the list of the key vaults and secrets. Now the only thing left to confirm is whether the current user can access the contents of the discovered secret with the key vault secret user role. This can be done by executing the following command. So what is the secret here? What is this? Created enables, okay. Updated recovery level, okay. I don't know what is the secret here, but okay. So let's run this command. I'm new to this, so I'm just playing out, understanding how this works and all those things. So I've never used Azure or these things, so even I'm blindsided with what is there of this challenge. But yeah, I'm understanding something, just a knowledge to gain, if not anything. So secret show and then hyphen hyphen vault, then name, where will secrets, then name. Okay, I need to put in the vault name. Oh god, the thing is I'm clearing it and then okay, vault name, secret. No, I need to do some changes here. So secret show instead of list. So a list, sorry, show. Then vault name is this, and then name of the vault is AOC 2024. Okay. We got some information. So when it was created, enabled, expires, recovery dates, levels, update, content type, ID is this. Okay. Value is, where is my mind? 1990. Okay. Okay. Note, replace the value name parameter with the actual secret name that we did it. So, bingo, the glitch claimed as he saw the output above. The mixed kitty had confirmed her nightmare that a regular user could escalate their way into the secrets of Werewolf. With that, the glitch had helped mixed kitty to find attack path and had been taken to escalate a user's privilege, and a lot had no. A lot had been learned in the process. The only question that remained was who had initially carried out the attack in the first place. There was a very limited set of wares who had access to this tenant with user visibility. And with that set of permissions, only town officials who perform governance validation on the tenant to ensure all the town secrets are being stored securely. The focus then turns to the motive. The only thing accessed was the access key stored in the key vault with the grant access to an evidence file stored elsewhere. The evidence in this file was in relation to the recent cyber events this month in Werewolf. We will have to keep our eyes peeled into in the following days to keep the bottom of this. Okay, so yeah, somewhat got an idea of what exactly is happening. So there, of course, Naya malware is behind it. They can't tell it directly, but yeah. What is the group ID of the secret recovery group? We have copied it in our notepad or the mouse pad here. Let's put that and paste it here. Submit. Okay. What is the name of the vault secret? It was AOC 2024. What contents of the secret were stored in the vault? Values are this. I guess that is the exact answer. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. Oh, like today's task, check the exploiting Active Directory room to practice user and group enumeration, similar yet different environment. Okay, I just want to look at it. Just want to see it. So let's click on complete. So with that, we have finished the day. It's only for premium users. Okay, I'll buy that. Okay, so with that we have finished the day 16 of Advent of Cyber in our Okay, let's make this full screen. Yeah, so it was all about Azure and all those things. With that, we have finished the day 16th of Advent of Cyber. Hope you did enjoy this, and if you did, please hit on that like button. And if you're new to this channel, hit on that subscribe button. So let's tune in for the next video to show up, which is for day 17 of Advent of Cyber. I'm excited for recording all these things. Hope they'll be uploaded very soon. Okay, then, stay happy, stay smiling. Bye bye.